thresholds and getting back on track. So what is a threshold for you for getting back on track with in terms of how you view your fitness, your health, your wellness? It can vary from person to person. And what do I mean by thresholds for getting back on track, right? Now, throughout my life, I'm 51 years old, so I'm more than a half a century, right? As measured by man, or measured by humans. So throughout my life, I guess I've been, doing structured, intentional, purposeful exercise, working out for at least 39 years of my life. And so I've been intentional with it. But the truth is, 365 days in a year, 12 months in a year, am I exactly maintaining the same intensity or type of, even frequency week to week throughout the year with my fitness and exercise and self-care? The truth is, no, it varies. And that's okay. That's okay. It doesn't have to be the same intensity the entire year. And perhaps, in my opinion, that's contributed to my longevity of being very functional. My shoulder joints, hip joints, knees, I have no problems with any of my joints, and that's a blessing. I'm very thankful for that. So this idea of what are reasonable thresholds. And so for myself, when it comes to my body composition, weight, there's always been certain thresholds that once I get close to breaching them, I know it's time to walk it back. And that might be my hip-waist ratio, my stomach's getting bigger, body fat measurements, and to some extent, I guess the scale is somewhat relevant, but really by itself, it's not the best way to look at all of the picture of your health, because it's really all of the body composition, the measurements, body fat percentage, and so on and so on. Now, for some people at a certain point, that number is more relevant the bigger you are. So if you weigh 350, 400 pounds, for you, that variable is much more significant for you, right? So I can appreciate that's going to be different from person to person. So whatever your situation is, considering the different variables, know your thresholds, right? So I have, in my situation, when I get on the scale, I know what that number is for me. Like, yep, I'm getting close to that. I know what my measurements are for my girth measurements. And then what about things like blood work, right? I do blood work preventatively every 6 months, which has been consistently good, which I'm thankful for. But you can still see things like fluctuations. Like, I notice maybe somewhat of a change in that. So maybe I might look at things like, was I hydrated on that day, for example, right? So you can get pretty, involved with all this, is the point. Depends on you and how much value you place on wanting to monitor and look at such things. And my camera keeps moving. It's a bumpy road right now. So you get the idea. What is your threshold? And I think that's what's helped me be successful throughout my life, with being able to not get too far gone, because it's harder to get back in shape than it is to maintain. So once you get to a reasonable level of fitness and health that's good for your situation, then being able to maintain that's going to be much easier than not having a threshold, letting yourself go too far gone. And even then, you can do something about it, and I hope you do if somebody's in that situation. But it's gonna take some effort, doing, and discipline to get back to perhaps where you was at, right? So the point is, why even let yourself go, right? Why do that? It's really not worth it. It's not worth it when you consider that investment to maintain yourself. It's not as much as you think. I can maintain my fitness level. Honestly, if I do it right, 3 workouts a week will keep me pretty reasonable. 3 workouts a week, including some cross-training of other things. If I want to step it up, then I'm going to step it up to maybe 5 days a week, and then I have 2 days that are just, I'm doing different things, call them rest days, whatever you want. So I just wanted to encourage everybody to maybe think of maintaining your fitness and health in terms of what are your thresholds. And I just got off that bumpy road. All right, let me let go of the camera. All right, so what are some thresholds for you? Because you don't have to be perfect is also the point. You don't have to work out 7 days a week and work out 2 hours a day. I don't, and you don't have to. But you need to be consistent with nutrition, diet, get to a good level for you. That's where you're maintaining health. And then just maintain it. 3 workouts, 4, right? It's not a lot. Maybe an hour each day you work out. Very small investment and a very small percentage of all the hours that you have in a week, right? And the return you get on that investment is huge as far as your health. So anyways, what are your thresholds? Maybe somebody might drop some comments below. Maybe now that you're older, you have different thresholds, right? Maybe my thresholds are different at 51 versus when I was 25. And that's okay. Life's about being flexible and going forward. Health is the first wealth. Never forget that. Doesn't matter what your plans are 10 years from now to buy a nice house out in the country somewhere to retire if you can't get there in one piece to enjoy it. So take care and have a nice day. Thank you.